Sichuan giant panda sanctuaries in China, a broad land of mountains and forests at the east edge of the Qinghai Tibetan Plateau, is the last home for the giant panda, an ancestral species that has existed in the world for 8 million years. Currently, there are only a little more than 1,000 pandas left in the world, but more than 30% of them live here. This is the largest and complete habitat for the giant panda. In 2006, Wolong, Siguliangshan, and Jiajinshan mountains of the Chonglai Mountains were successfully inscribed as a World Nature Heritage, and the Sichuan Giant Panda Sanctuaries was formally listed in the World Heritage List. Giant pandas are the national treasure of China. They are loved and welcomed everywhere because of their chubby black and white color, its gentleness, and its cute look when eating bamboos. However, 1 or 2 million years ago, the giant panda was once an influential carnivore species. Due to climate change, many animals of its age, such as stegodon and dinosaur, have gone extinct and only fossils are left. But the giant panda survived and still exists today. What has helped them escape the calamity of nature? What turned them carnivore to vegetarian? And what brings them too close to extinction? The Sichuan Giant Panda Sanctuaries covers 9,245 square kilometers, with 7 nature reserves and 9 scenic parks in the Chonglai and Jiajin Mountains, containing 4 cities and 12 counties including Chengdu, Ya'an, and Ganzi. As a relic from the Paleotropic forest of the Tertiary era, here is a rare remaining home for the giant panda. It is a living museum. Besides pandas, there are golden monkeys and takins, making it one of the 25 biodiversity hotspots in the world. Scholars from America and England and some other countries have begun biological field study in the Chonglai Mountains long ago. In 1846, a French priest named David came to a small village in Baoxing County, Ya'an, Sichuan. He was also an excellent zoologist. Besides doing his missionary work, he also collected specimens for French Natural Museum. With the help of local people, David spotted a black and white bear for the first time. He sent the bear specimen to the curator of French Natural Museum. The curator identified it as a new species and named it giant panda. This heralded the beginning of over 100 years' craze for this species. Although panda is a new species in the zoology, it is really old compared with other regular species, whose existence is about 5 million years. To adapt to the environment, pandas change their diet from flesh to bamboo. However, their digestive system is quite weak in absorbing nutrients from bamboos, so they have to keep eating all the time. An adult giant panda must eat nearly 50 kilograms of flesh bamboo. Among the 1,000 kinds of bamboos, only several dozens of them are suitable for a panda, and the favored type is arrow bamboo. Giant pandas' diet is simple and their appetite is huge. So, if lots of bamboo groves blossom, pandas' lives will be in danger. Maybe it is because of the challenge to absorb nutrients. Pandas are reluctant to move in order to keep their energy. Even during their short estron, they are not passionate in pursuing their love, which lead to a very low birth rate. At the same time, pandas like to live on their own so steadily, their living space has been squeezed into little pieces like isolated islands, which also reduces the chances for them to find a partner and increases the possibility of close relative propagation. All these factors have led to decreasing population. After David found the giant panda, many Westerners came to Sichuan, China to search for a living panda, but only 60 years after David, an American designer, Rose, succeeded under the help of local people. Rose found a baby panda in Jiajinshan mountain of Baoxing County, but claimed it to be a puppy and took it back to America of shock. To preserve the giant panda, one of the most precious wild animals worldwide, the Chinese government has set up special nature reserves since the 1960s. The Sichuan Giant Panda Sanctuaries covers 7 such nature reserves, and it has gradually become a biological corridor for this species, effectively changed the fragmentation of their habitat. Baoxing County, where panda was found, is a biological paradise. In 1969, golden monkey was spotted here. Now a nature reserve called Fengtongzai in the west slope of Chonglai-shan Mountains is also located here. Currently, this reserve enjoys the most dense giant panda population in China. It is mainly for the protection of giant pandas and their habitat, as treatment to sick or injured ones. In Bifengxia Wild Animal Zoo in Ya'an, there's a giant panda with only 3 legs. This panda was found by the staffs of Fengtongzai Nature Reserve during their patrol. They managed to save this panda despite difficult going, and after amputation, the panda could not survive in the wild, so it was sent here to spend the rest of its life. Its neighbor is a very famous panda Pan, a prototype of the mascot for the 11th Asian Games. While the life expectancy for pandas is 25, this Pan is already 27 years old, and it now enjoys twilight years in this comfortable panda villa. Wolong Nature Reserve lies to the southeastern part of the Chonglai Mountains. This is the earliest integrated nature reserve with the largest habitat for the protection of giant pandas. It is also a core reserve in Sichuan giant Panda Sanctuaries. Wolong Natural Reserve enjoys a wide range of virgin forest and aboriginal ecosystem. As one of the best preserved areas for the oldest species in the world, Wolong is a sanctuary for many rare animals and plants. In 1980, the Chinese government set up a giant panda research center in Wolong. As the biggest giant panda research center in the world, it focuses on research of giant pandas' living habit and the monitoring of wild giant pandas' life. To the west of Wolong, there is the highest peak of Chonglai Mountains, Siguniangshan Mountain, with a height of 6,250 meters above the sea. It is lauded as the Alps in China, a holy land for mountaineers. The special geographical location and climate condition and its notable vertical altitude here have created a good environment for various valuable and rare animals and plants. This bamboo forest in the virgin field at 2,500 meters altitude is a paradise for pandas. According to the successful experience of protecting endangered species, in situ and ex situ conservation must be combined to ensure the success of panda protection. Given that wild panda population is decreasing, artificial breeding and improvement of pandas' propagation ability needs to work together. In Chengdu Giant Panda Breeding Research Base brings more hope for the survival of pandas. Up to now, 56 pandas have been bred successfully here. From artificial breeding research, we can closely observe pandas' estrus, delivery and child rearing, which is impossible for wild ones. It is also a good place to popularize the knowledge of panda and environment protection. Here, tourists can see pandas of every ages, from baby pandas, underage ones, and adults. Giant panda is a lovely ancient species with a face that resembles masks in opera. It used to live hidden in virgin forests after fight against nature for millions of years. Hopefully, this species can live a better life in the Sichuan giant panda sanctuaries and other places too.